Welcome to Studio ABC. I'm Linda Ann Smith Mcintosh. Come on in and I'll show you how I make my art, and maybe you'll want to join me. Each Saturday I've been hosting an artist trading card workshop at Studio ABC. I thought you might want to join us in this. This is the one we had on April the 1st, 2017. Hi, I'm Linda Ann Smith Mcintosh, and I have a free workshop today on ATCs. This first time that you come in for an ATC workshop, it's free, and then after that, it'll be like $7 per time that you come in, and we'll do a different technique each time on the ATCs. ATC stands for Artist Trading Cards. This program began in Switzerland. A gentleman who owned a used bookstore made 1,200 of these, and he displayed them in his used bookstore. This was back in 1997, and when he took them down, he decided to get his artist friends to exchange with him. And so he said, wouldn't it be great if we could just, I don't know that he said these exact words, but I'm ad-libbing here. Wouldn't it be great if we could just all have a little piece of each other's art? And it's just been a fabulous program. It's swept worldwide. They're doing it everywhere. And so we are doing it in Studio ABC Facebook group. Michelle Simons, my co-administrator, has started this, and each month we have a theme. Our theme this month is spring. And so, Michelle, you go in and tell her you want to be involved, and she puts your names in a hat, pulls them out, and you exchange 2 cards with the person that she pulls out. And it might be someone, I know that we have people in there, I have friends in there from Germany, I have them from Australia, there's friends from all over the world in there. So it could be that you're mailing yours off to another country and get art from another country, which is kind of exciting. I went to a workshop where we painted rocks because we have a little program in Koweta called 918 Rocks, and it's an online group too, and it's anyone in the 918 telephone exchange can be in this, and they're painting rocks and hiding them around. So we did a little workshop with dots, and I thought that would be an easy way to make flowers. In fact, I made a flower on this rock. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me pull it up to the camera a little bit. There's a glare on it a little bit, but I think you can kind of see that that's a flower. And then they're dropping it in the city, and sometimes they're putting hints on the internet about where to find it, and sometimes they don't do it. They just find it, and a lot of children are finding them. So that's pretty cool. So it's real easy to make this kind of art, and our tools are not paintbrushes, but they're going to be crazy things like the end of an eraser, or the end of the brand new pencil that hasn't been sharpened. Sometimes if a pencil has been sharpened but it's dull on the end, that will make, and you can, if it's not dull on the end, just mark it off until it is. That will make a nice little dot also. I put this pen, which is, what is this called? We used to use them in macrame.
A hat pen.
That's not what we called hat pens, but that's okay. My hat pens had great big pearls on the end.
Well, that's true, too.
So anyway, this is probably called a hat pin by some people, because Lindy said that. Okay, so I thought even though we're making dots, we could make dots just with the tip end right here of this. But you could also use this side and just make some little lines if you wanted to. And on this one with the screw that I wish I had caught on video a while ago, because Lindy shot the screw all the way across the room. There's some kind of this is some kind of a little washer or something that you put.
A wire cap, I think.
Is that what it is, a wire cap? I think it's an electrical piece.
Yeah.
An electrician would know what it was actually called. But I put that inside a clothespin so that you could actually make a little circle with that. We'll try that. Another tool that I made is just with straight pins stuck in erasers. They did this in Wagoner. Just one straight pin has a tiny head, one of them has a larger head here. And the last one, you could use either side of this. For little bitty dots, this screw, where are we? Okay, this screw for little bitty dots would work. And for larger dots, you could use the head of the screw. So, and you can use anything else that you want to try that might make a little dot. But again, this time, the last time we did ATCs, we avoided paint brushes. What did we use then? We just used credit cards to paint with. This time we're not going to use paint brushes either. We're just going to use objects that we found. So, and you know, if you wanted to, you've got a lid right there that you could take off of your plastic bottle and you could use that.
Okay.
So anything that has something round on it that you want to stamp with. So we'll get started by either painting the surface of your card all black. That's what we did with the rocks. We painted them all black. Or you could paint them any color you want to. I pulled out all my Deco Art paints. Well, not all of them, but I pulled out a lot of the gloss enamels and the traditions and the craft enamels. This one is a gloss enamel. They're all Deco Art paints. One of them has a different name. There's Americana, that's an acrylic paint. And all of these bright colors should work to go together. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll get started.
Okay. If we want to paint our card down.
You can use a paintbrush on that. Is that what you're going to ask? Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. So.
A big paintbrush?
Yeah, that would be big enough. I think we all need a paintbrush, Courtney.
Just for that.
Okay.
But we can't use the paintbrush other than that. Maybe the back side.
And I had some water too. Oh, here's some water. Wash your paintbrushes with, and I always have a rag close by, and there's pallets on the table. We were planning for 6 people today, but I guess maybe soccer got in the way with the children or something. I'm not quite sure what happened.
Do I shake these paints up?
Sure. And you might want to kind of test them, like I said, on the paper first, on the parchment paper that you're going to be working on. And I would paint under a whole bunch of them. Lindy's got the right idea there. She's going to paint under 6 of these to begin with, so they can be drying. And I like a good old piece of towel for a cleanup rag. That seems to make the best one ever. Paper towels are fine, but these work a whole lot better. Okay, so it just takes a dab of paint. You don't have to get very much at all because you want to keep it liquidy, wet. So when you're painting under your card, you might need a little bit more, but when you get to the dots, it just takes a little tiny amount. So I'm going to sit down and I'm going to join you. Let's see, I could get on that end down there, but I'm not sure if my camera will stay focused or not. Every once in a while, ladies, if you would hold up what you're doing, because the camera is at an angle different from what we normally do. If you'd kind of hold up what you're doing, that would be nice. And I think I am going down to the end down there because I won't be in the picture otherwise. Oh, that blue's pretty.
Thank you. That is pretty.
Oh, I do need some tea, though. Lindy, do you both have something to drink? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce these ladies. This is Courtney Doyle on the left here on your screen, and Lindy Welch is on the right. And they're regulars in my studio. They come in quite often. Courtney's one of my students. Ooh, I kind of like being down here. The table's high. That's kind of cool.
I think it's the chair, isn't it?
Yeah, the chair's low. That means the table's high. Except I can't get my foot under. Okay, got it. Courtney, if you could reach my rag that I put down on the end of the table. And when you hear the camera make a little funky noise, that means it went off. So we'll have to start it again.
Is that wet enough?
Yeah, that looks absolutely cool.
I'm going to let it dry.
I like that.
That's going to be my grass.
That's a cool idea. Okay, hand me any color of paint. I don't care. I can do the blue.
Okay. I don't know what else I want to do.
On the back of these, you put your name and what exchange we're doing. We're doing the
Are we using this?
we're doing the Studio ABC exchange. So we'll write
Do I
our
just dip in here
information.
then?
Pardon?
Oh, am I going to mess this water up, or are we just messing?
No, just don't worry about it. Just
Okay.
Water's free. Not exactly, though. If you saw the water bill around here, you wouldn't think it was free. It's outrageous.
Your brush is stiff. Let me put this
Yeah,
down here.
probably. I always have the kids leave some soap in them. So you have to kind of wash that out, get it softened up. And if that doesn't work, you can have this one.
That's fine. I'm good.
They kind of bow up when you paint them, but that's okay. We can flatten them out later.
Okay.
This is fun to sit down and do them together, I think. Instead of...
She's got direction.
She's so fast. She always...
She's got direction there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Miss Bullet Painter over here. Machine Gun...
Kelly.
Machine Gun Courtney. I think I'm going to paint one of the, this is a shiny side. It might not stay on there very well. But I think I'm going to paint one of the sides that isn't pretty and white. And see what I come up with. Sometimes those colors under there make a nice texture. And it's going to take at least 2 coats of paint. Already I've got it all over my fingernails. New manicure is gone.
Art's okay. I mean, art's better than new manicure. Though.
That's right. I had to mention that do artists have nice nails. You know, if you take a pencil, you can hold it down with a pencil and paint with the other hand, and
That's
it doesn't
true.
slide around so much. Okay, that one's painted. I'm going to paint a bunch of them. And that way they can be drying while I'm doing another one. I'm going to use some of your gloss enamel here. I just put it right directly on the card for this step. I am a Deco Arte helping artist.
What's that mean?
That means that I do videos for them. That means that if anyone has questions about what to do with Deco Arte, I usually try to find out. And what product is best, and they have stencils, and they have all kinds of things. If you go to Hobby Lobby, Deco Arte's all over. Americana is part of Deco Arte's line.
So you're a teacher.
Surprise, surprise, only over 40 years. They don't really lay out that you have to do anything in particular. It's just that, you know, I like to use the products and I promote them, and that's all cool.
Hey, y'all are both like going crazy, you know. You're over here just painting.
You're being very precise.
I know. I don't have time to be precise today, though.
That's going to be pretty. Well, maybe I can disguise that speedball thing. It says speedball on that card
How cool. Yep.
because it was a speedball brayer.
Yeah.
Can I see that color over
Yes,
there?
ma'am. I'm going to have to do 2 colors.
All
Ooh,
right.
that purple was pretty. Where
I'm going to mix these two.
did you mix those 2 to get the violet?
No, but I'm going to.
What did you use to get the violet?
I think it is these
Oh,
two. Yeah.
it's only in the water that you're
yes.
using.
Yes.
Aha.
Yes.
So that would be pretty.
I think so.
I think so too. I think I'm going to copycat you.
Okay.
Copycats are cool.
Yeah.
I have 2 copycats.
When someone copies your work, it's the biggest flattery you could get. My kids used to get so upset. Miss Smith, he's doing what I'm doing. He copied off of me. I'm doing this art, blah, blah, blah. And I always told them, well, tell him thank you.
Because he thinks you're doing
Yeah,
good.
he thinks you're doing good, or he wouldn't be copying off of you.
Now, in another class, that might be different. However, in art, it's a form of flattery, according to Miss Smith.
And I'm the expert.
Aha, that's right. Let's see.
Not quite.
Well, you should be.
Yeah, I've done it for a long time, but that doesn't make you an expert
I
on
know.
everything. Art is such a broad term. People have an idea in their head about what an artist is, you know? It's like, oh, she could draw that for you. She's an artist. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't have any idea what a spotted vulture looks like, you know? I
Right.
mean, whatever. I don't have any idea. I could probably draw it if I could see it, because I believe that you can draw anything once you learn drawing methods. I don't think there's any one thing that's hard. Like people go, oh, hands are so hard. Nah. Just use the same drawing methods and you're okay. I'm going to go back over mine. It might be too soon. Yeah. You got a pretty purple. Nice little violet going there.
Thank you.
I don't think when I get dots on this, that lettering in the background's going to show up at all.
Probably not.
And I always make enough that I can pick out some that I kind of like. And I'm not even going to wash my brush. I'm going to pull a Courtney and mix these paints in. I've got the blue on my brush. I'm going to put some pink on here and see what happens.
And that one's kind of thick.
Yeah, and if they're thick, they won't make really good dots. So, well, you have to be careful.
But they might
You can
brush
control
under.
it. Yeah, you
They
can
might-
actually control it. When it came out in that big lump.
You need to share. Put some of yours on mine. And I'll put it on my...
Here. I like that streaky effect too. Oh man, Courtney, your paintings over there on the table have been getting lots of attention.
Really?
Yes, they have.
Really?
People are like, who's this? Is this one of your students? Wow.
And I show them some of your earlier, like the crucifix. And then, oh my gosh, she's doing three-dimensional stuff. Yeah, she's good. Courtney's one of my students. Lindy helps me out in the shop when I have to go for my little walks. Because I'm trying to walk every day.
I love being here. This is my happy place.
This is my happy place. But I'll share.
We both can have a happy
There
place,
are
right?
there are so many people who call this their happy place. I just love that.
Well, I've needed a happy place for a long time in my life.
That's cool.
And then one day Linda walked in. and her store, her studio.
And she's been rolling newspapers into baskets ever since.
That's
She does.
right.
Lindy does wicker, paper wicker. It's amazing what she's done. I taught her to do a Christmas tree and a ornament, a star, and she has taken off. Ooh, that's pretty.
Oh, that is pretty.
Ooh, I'm not going to mix that up. That looks too pretty. Easter egg colors. You can't see over our shoulders to see what we're doing right now in the video, but I will show you what we ended up with at the end of the video. I'm just inviting you to come in and have a happy place with us. Many people call this their happy place. I have a lot of teenagers that come in to hang out, some of the best kids in the world, and they just want a place to draw and someone to talk to. I have come to know that this is my calling. It's what I'm supposed to be doing at this point in time. See
Nice.
Look at hers.
Oh, she's on the ball, isn't she?
Oh my gosh. I hope they can see that on cam. That white on that navy is incredible. Can you see that, camera? I hope you can see that. Wow. Beautiful.
Courtney's the kind of student that you don't really have to tell her twice what to do. She just goes after it, doesn't she?
What do I tell you most often? It's like, slow down, Courtney. But she,
Although today she did hear it twice because the camera didn't work the first time.
oh gee, thanks.
Well, that happens to the best of us, doesn't it?
So, you're going to be on YouTube, Miss Courtney.
That's awesome.
The other day I had my camera going and the kids know when I'm videotaping them and everything. But I walked out to get some materials or to go to the bathroom or something. I came back and they all were looking sheepish and going, you know, like, here she comes or something, you know. And I went, girls, did you forget that the camera's going? And they went, oh! So I haven't viewed that video yet. I may not want to. Hand me some green, please.
I messed up.
That
Green.
pretty bright one, right?
This
But
one?
yes. You know what? The mess-ups don't even show.
Okay.
There you go. See, she's okay with that. Where did
In
that
fact,
navy
over at
go?
Wagoner, they kept
Is
saying
that the
that
navy? Where did the navy go?
navy. That's not.
Her navy. Where did your navy go?
Yeah, how'd you get the navy? Black and blue?
It just dried that way.
Huh?
So is it this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was because it was on the gray or on the brown.
Oh, it was on that brown
Okay.
paper bag color,
So let's see how this works. Oh, it wasn't shut very well.
cardboard color.
That may be too much.
I used a gloss enamel on some of those, and this one is Americana Neon Multisurface. I like the neons.
Look at that. See, with the blue and the white? I mean, the cardboard and the white?
That looks cool. Hold it up to the cam.
That was a cardboard like, I can't reach it. I don't want to get paint on me. It was a cardboard that started out like this.
Had some white on it.
It had some white on it. And so the blue made different colors with the different textures of cardboard.
Ooh, look at this strip.
I
love
think
these.
Linda's is just going to do that and she's going to forget about dots.
Yeah, I probably am. I could take some heavier cardboard though once, and yeah, I've got this tag board that, or what do you call it, cardstock? I guess folders are made out of cardstock. We used to call it tag board. This is an energy drink. I drink Zip Fizz, and this is one of theirs. You know, it looks awesome to put this over different colors sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her pretty, pretty, pretty card.
I love it. I may have
What
to
did you make
copy
the
her.
big, the tack stuck in the end of the pencil?
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Thank you.
Okay.
I want to see what the little thing for the electrician, I want to see what it does. If you ever come to Koweta, Oklahoma, there's an old icon restaurant that was run for years by the same families, and they sold it, and Mr. Dale Clark, is that his last name?
Mm-hmm.
Dale
Yes.
Clark owns it now, and you will see Miss Courtney there waiting tables and cooking
And wearing her
and doing
beautiful
whatever
little
needs to be
apron.
done. And then she walks down here and we play art. And sometimes she mops and sweeps and takes out trash. I really enjoyed these ladies, and this was a nice relaxed day with very few participants this particular day, and I could just enjoy the company and paint along with them. I really enjoy these ladies. I'm going to show you some pictures of our little kitty that's out back, that hangs out back. We named her Koweta with a K. And then I'm going to show you some of the close-ups of the cards that we made, the ATCs, Artist Trading Cards. Hope you'll drop in some Saturday and join us for another workshop. Thank you for watching.